Welcome folks to my first ever attempt to shoot a fishing video. Today's date is June the 16th, 2016. Not only am I shooting my first video, today's the first time I'm attempting to use my GoPro camera. So anything could happen. We're going to be on Lake of the Ozarks. I'm going to be pulling some crankbaits, trying to catch some crappie. It's hot out. It's 94 degrees. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to take my Sea Arc catfishing boat out, but pull a few crankbaits with it. As I said, it's hot. There's a lot of boat traffic. This probably will not be the most professional video you're ever going to watch, but hang in there. If I don't get bored, I'll try to get better and shoot some more videos, but this is my first attempt. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. There are a lot of boats out today. The traffic's going to be typical Lake of the Ozarks traffic. It's going to be bad. The boat's going to be doing a lot of rocking. Okay. I don't use planer boards. I haven't found the need to. As I catch a fish on a rod, I rotate them out, throw the rod out to the side after we get going. I don't use line counters. We're trolling along a bluff bank. Typically just throw the baits out as far as I can throw them, let out a little more line. Oh, we've already got a fish on. I haven't been trolling 10 minutes. Oh, it's a good one. Ski it across the top. Inhaled it. That didn't take very long. It's number one. I'm in my Sea Arc boat, which is really my catfish rig. I do some catfishing, but actually works pretty good to troll some crankbaits as well. Rod holders are a little big for my crankbait rods, but they seem to do all right. But at any rate, as I was explaining, when I catch a fish on a rod, if it's an inside rod, I always cast to the outside. That way I have no issue of lines crossing. Then I simply walk the other rods in and put the one I just casted on the outside. I'm over 88 feet of water. Like I say, I'm in my Sea Arc catfish boat, which I've got rigged up for drifting for catfish or anchoring. I put some van seats in the very back, had them covered. I have a full enclosure for it. It's actually a pretty comfortable boat. A lot of rocking and rolling on Lake of the Ozarks this time of the year. Some people would tell you you're crazy for being out here. But I was out here yesterday afternoon, started at 4:30. Had a limit of nice crappie by, well, in just under 2.5 hours. Oh, there's a bite. Another fish. See if we can get it up on top. Nice fish. Very nice fish for Lake of the Ozarks this time of the year. Dandy. These fish are thin. Water's hot. Let's see, this fish about 13.5 inches long. Nice fish for Lake of the Ozarks. Is on a chrome and blue back. Again, I just cast out to the side, and then I'll rotate my rods in. No issue of line twist. That fish was over water 72 feet deep. As you can see, I'm not just hugging the bluff bank. A lot of people think you have to be right on the bluff, but I've found these fish well out from the bluff, just out in this deep water. Frankly, I like it over here by the bluff because it's shady and it's hot. I'm running a Tarova trolling motor, which I control with my hand control, iPilot. There's a fish. Oh, I don't think he's there. Yeah, he's there. Under both those other rods. I have to keep him down if I can. I think he's still there. That sun's right in our eyes. No. Yeah, he's there. Oh, pretty decent. It's so hot, these fish are pretty lethargic. You get them up on top. That's almost a 12-inch fish. Oh, got another one on here. It's on that flicker shad. Oh yeah. Feels like a decent fish. Oh yeah. Oh, another one on the outside rod here. There's a little hot spot right in that little pocket right there. And we'll just lay that one in the boat and we'll get this one. Oh, got another one. On this other rod. This fish doesn't feel very big. It may be off actually. Yeah, it came off. Alright, let's see what we have here. That was, yeah, it's still on. Oh yeah. That's what happens when you have 6 rods and 2 hands. Decent little fish, not huge, but it'll keep. What is it? It's a little over 10, about 10 and a quarter. Let's see what this other one is here now. Caught on the flicker shad. Oh, it's right at 11 inches. Okay, kind of got off course here. Let's get back in a little bit. So we got all 3 rods out on this side. So again, I'll just cast out to the side.
Put that one on the far inside here. Take the second one. Cast it to the far outside. Put it in the second slot. And cast the third one out to the side. They'll all pull in here and track right along. Nice little hot spot there. There were a few fish all bunched up there in the mouth of that little cut. That's all that was, just a cut. We'll go back through there again. I'm going to replace this Frenzy shad with a Bandit 200. See if I get any takers on the 200 versus the Frenzy. Again, so as not to tangle, I'll throw to the far outside of all the lines I have out. I'll move these two in. There's one on the 200, coming right off that point. Feels like a good one if it's a crappie. I believe it is. We'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice one. Ski it in here. Very nice fish. Right in the bottom lip. So this one's right at 12 inches. Maybe just a shade under. So it hadn't been hot and heavy, but that's 6 fish in about 45 minutes. 50 minutes, something like that. Oh, there was a hit. I don't think it's there. Feel it. Well, it's riding up. Oh yeah. Wow. Didn't even feel that fish. Pretty decent fish too. Boy, I swallowed it. Fish. I have a hard time making it. A little over 11 inches. You probably wouldn't survive the grease anyway. Any fish? Oh yeah. Well, they're just kind of nipping at it. They're not really yanking it down. Probably too hot. Feels like pretty good fish. Oh yeah. Decent Lake of the Ozarks crappie. Here's a guy who wants to come right by. Got the whole lake, but wants to see what I'm doing, I guess. Actually, he moors that boat right over in that cove, so he's just trying to get home. But got his waves. All right, let's see. A little over 12. I think we've been out here for about an hour. We have 8 fish. Pretty decent fish, I think. Some good ones back there. There's fish. We dropped inside a cove, but we're still facing the main lake, but the depth's now 38 feet. Oh, it's a nice one. Very nice. Almost 13 inches. Okay, here's one on the 200. Out here again on this point. Yep, it's a crappie. Feels like a decent one. It's on the 200. Come on now. Took it. Okay, that's a little over 11 inches. Alright, that's 10 fish. We've been out here about 2 hours. I didn't note exactly when we started, but about 2 hours. 10 fish. It wasn't extremely hot and heavy, but not a bad afternoon considering the weather and the big boats and the lake conditions. Been fun. My first attempt at my GoPro camera. We'll see if this turns into anything. Maybe I can get my daughter to teach me how to edit it. But that'll be it for today. We're going to sign off. Thanks for being with me.